When I started publishing books on KDP, I made a huge mistake. I want to share that mistake with you so maybe you can get your publishing business started a little bit faster, or if you're struggling like I did for a long time, then maybe you can start to see some quicker results or actually start earning this passive income stream that everybody talks about on the internet. Now, there are so many gurus and YouTubers and courses and all sorts of people that are just making these massive income claims when it comes to KDP. And I've experienced a lot of frustration with that because I see all these people who are supposedly making tens of thousands of dollars a year on KDP, and yet I was really struggling to make even $5 per month. And it was frustrating not knowing what these people were doing because I took full-blown courses on how to publish on KDP and be successful at it and turn it into a full-time business, and I still couldn't figure it out. And I'm sure many of you have experienced that same frustration. And I'm sure many of you have experienced similar frustrations and are just not sure what you're doing wrong that everybody else seems to be able to figure out and that everybody else is doing to get these massive results. Now, over the past couple of years, I've learned a lot of things, but there's one that I really, really want to share with you today. Now, what many people won't tell you when you start a Kindle publishing business is that having things like a social media following definitely helps. And if you can be growing things organically and not have to rely on Amazon ads to really push things or kick things off, that is huge. But people will tell you all the time, oh, you can start making this massive living online with zero following or with no money. And that's just not true, okay? You cannot start making this massive and very quick income online without putting up some sort of initial investment. And that investment is going to be either your time, where you're spending, 50, 60 hours a week if you really want to get things going on just trying to push out this KDP business, or you're using that time to grow your social media following, or maybe you are putting up some money to run some ads or to increase your social media following. But either way, there is an upfront investment if you are wanting to have quick wins. If you don't really care about doing things quickly, if you have a full-time job and you're okay with having just this slower growth and experimenting and sort of enjoying the journey and learning along the way, then you don't necessarily need to invest so much time and money. But if you are looking to completely replace that full-time income as quickly as possible, again, there's quite a bit of an initial investment that people don't generally tell you about. Now, of course, there could have been some people who got up into this KDP business really early on, had a lot of early successes, didn't necessarily have to put in as much work because they were in the game before there was a lot of competition. But for us, especially now, and now that KDP is quite saturated, and especially now that we have AI coming into the scene and tons of people are just shoving all these books into the platform that were basically written by AI, it's just not quite that simple. And we have to understand the real tricks and the real secrets and the real tools that are going to actually help us accelerate our growth and our income. Now, the big mistake that I made when I first started publishing on KDP was the same mistake that I made with my social media, with any other digital products I tried to create, with any courses that I tried to promote. I tried working in too many different niches, and I thought I was doing it because I wanted to test out different ideas, different niches, and just keep testing and testing and testing until one of those ideas took off. Then I could decide, well, that sounds like a good niche. People apparently like the way that I'm delivering content in that niche, so I'll stick with it and continue to produce more content in that niche. Unfortunately, that's not the way that it works. And the reality is that you can be successful in literally any niche that you pick, but you have to follow a specific strategy, which I'm going to share with you right now. The moment I finally started seeing some success online was when I picked one niche and then I did this. I created content, I read the feedback, I improved myself based on that feedback, I made better content, I got more feedback, and I published even better content, and I just got better and better and better. In that niche, I would pay attention to what other people were doing in that niche, what YouTube videos they were creating, what books they were writing, what digital products they were creating. And by doing that and getting better and better and better, I did actually start to gain some traction. Now, the problem with just testing out a bunch of different ideas from different niches is that you can't really gain any of that traction. There is a lot of competition out there. Sure, if you already have the full skill set to be 100% successful with your digital products or your YouTube videos or your KDP empire, if you already have all those skills in place, then sure, you could do very well right off the bat. But for most of us, we do have to develop a lot of different skill sets and wear a lot of different hats in order to be fully successful and profitable on any digital platform, including KDP. So to really simplify this, what you need to be doing if you want to be really successful on KDP, especially now in 2024 and beyond, is you need to follow this very simple process. Create a book on KDP. Don't expect it to be perfect the very first time you do it, just publish it. What that does is it gives you the confidence to know that you are capable of finishing something and uploading it and just letting it be in the world, okay? Now, whatever niche you pick something that you're really passionate about, something that you can stick with for a long time and really, really work with until you get really good at it. If you pick something that you just think is going to be profitable or that's going to make you a lot of money, then you could very quickly peter out. So pick something that you are very passionate about. Make that first book, publish that first book, just get it done, put it out there. Then start getting some feedback. You may get some organic sales and get some organic reviews or organic feedback. You may just have to share that book with friends and family at first. You may find some blogs or some Facebook groups maybe, or maybe some Reddit channels where you can just start making friends, start chatting with people, and then maybe share that book with them for free to get some additional feedback. Then as you get that feedback, make your next book, start working on your next book, start improving your skills, learn how to do better cover design if you're the one doing your own cover designs. Learn how to write better. Learn how to organize your book better. Just slowly develop those skills and get better and better and better. And as you do, and you keep publishing and you keep working and you keep developing, you are going to start getting some traction and start seeing those profits come into your business. Now, again, if you do not have 50, 60 hours a week to be working on this, or you cannot 100% develop or devote your time to developing your KDP business, then it is going to take some time for you to develop those skills and create a very successful Kindle publishing business. For me, the fun about having an online business is the whole journey, the growth and the learning and the development. If you do not find that fun, then may not be the best business opportunity for you. However, if you are up for the challenge and you like learning, then definitely check out some of the YouTube videos that I've published on this channel. I do have a whole playlist, which I will list here, that talks all about how to publish your first book on Kindle Direct Publishing and how to be successful with it. And of course, if you want to grow even faster, working on developing some sort of social media following or blog or both, or creating a Facebook group, doing these other things that are also within that same niche and growing them and promoting your books. And in your books, you can be promoting your social media channels and kind of using them all to build on each other. That's a really, really great way to grow even faster and to really just develop this overall business that can provide profits in lots of different ways and from lots of different sources. But please remember, pick something that you are passionate about. I am so huge on this. There's so many people out there right now that just encourage you to do this or that because it's going to make you money. And let me tell you, I've tried a lot of different things. I have spent over $10,000 on coaches and business ideas and courses and programs because I've been trying to build up this passive income source in my life. But every single time I pick some business opportunity that's not aligned with my passions or what I feel is my purpose, I very quickly peter out. I don't see any success. And while I do learn a few things, it's definitely not taking me very far on my route or my goal of financial freedom. Pick something you're passionate about, stick with it, learn, get better, and you are going to see some traction and some growth. You got this.